so much.
I do like omen on Icebox, by the way.
I mean, it's actually...
The theatrics, right? The movement.
I mean, there's been a couple of times where Yampy has made it look a little bit silly, but the impact rounds is what we'll remember. And yeah, it's just been great to see that happening.
Poison's on.
Look at this from Avova. He's pushed all the way up the tube in towards kitchen, has been spotted by that trademark, so information gathered as to where they are.
Yampy.
Yeah.
Just watching across. If he gets too close as well, there is some utility there that's going to slow him if he pushes up. So now he's in a real difficult position. He has to teleport out. But it is Liquid that still pick up that first kill over towards B. There is still a trademark over in that spot too. So if Hoodie tries to peek out and get a bit more, he could be slowed. And he has the spike. Nobody else is near him.
Yeah, this is potentially worrying.
This is such a risk.
Problem is, Navarra isn't going to go too aggressive from yellow, right? He has the operator in his hands. He doesn't want to go any further than that. So that might keep him alive for the time being. And all he needs to do is allow his team the time to get into a good position so they can split upon this B site. Yampy not going to have the eyesight for the cross around the back. And Team Liquid have missed every timing, and that has allowed Mixwell into A, and now the pressure really starts to ring through as to where G2 are going. This is going to pull the attention of Team Liquid everywhere, and Navarra has to go for the aggressive play. Not quick enough, Meadow brings him down, and now it's Scream and Link having to recover this one for Team Liquid. G2 in a very good position. Playing from yellow, it's Hoodie on their headshot, and now just Scream left. And yes, this guy's a good player, but no, he's not winning in this round.
I don't know why they didn't do this on any of their attacking rounds, right? That mid control, just the way that they're lurking and finding timings on Liquid. Scream has it all to do.
Yeah,
and Mixwell, he hears him. He's ready to flank in behind.
That's the problem here. Mixwell on the backside knows exactly where he's walked. And yeah, Team Liquid just miss every turn. Not really keeping track of the holes in their defense. It all comes down to that initial fight with Yampy in mid, right? The fact that he has to give up his position, he has to drop back and concede. He then goes all the way back to play from the back of A. And that opens up a huge window for G2 to walk through.
Good timeout from Liquid. Set up what they're going to try and do on their attacking side. It's not only the lurk, but it's the fact that they go and find all of these separate fights, right? You have one player going onto the A site to catch who's anchoring there. You got a player that's waiting more towards Shed, where that used to be, for anybody to peek out and take that engagement. And all the while, we were saying like Hoodie was, you know, playing with his face against the grindstone when he's playing up on B main in that position with a spike, but he just holds there, and the rest of the team just finds space and finds timing. Like, that is just not even mid-round. That's not fundamentals. That's just class from G2, that they're able to make those decisions on the go. And all 5 of those players have insane minds in those clutch moments. But it's a different take from Liquid. They call in a timeout. This is either a set strategy or something they want to deal with against G2. This is going to be a bit more formulaic. Even G2 has had a chance to think of how they want to approach this. Where did they find success? It's mostly with just all of this like sentinel utility stalling the extremities and bodies in middle.
Well, let's see Team Liquid's decision. How are they going to get back into this? They have shown that they've been able to do it when their back's against the ropes, and Yampy was the player that found a lot of that impact. TP's up on top of the tube. Mid control somewhat established here for Team Liquid. They're going to walk through, actually.
They're going to try and pinch Mixwell. He either holds on tube or he holds his doorway.
Trap down. Mixwell now trend on tube. And Navarra is good enough just to remove him straight away. So good control taken here for Team Liquid. What's G2's adaptation, though? How are they going to deal with this one? Evova's not in the best spot here. He's in a real tough situation. He has to worry about so many different angles, but he's fixated on the position of Scream. But trying to beat Scream in a duel is never easy, and Scream will overwhelm him. Now we look to Nuke, Meadow, and Hoodie to try and recover this one for G2. Otherwise, we go again.
If he gets caught out, Meadow's going to try and peek around. Navarra
the timing
just finds the right timing there. He's very patient in his approach. Now Hoodie trying to cross into mid. Just him and Nuke.
Yeah, 2 players that can certainly pull these kind of rounds off, but Scream is on one. Scream certainly is. Finds 3. We have to do it again. Another overtime between G2 and Team Liquid.
Switching sides.
Well, Yampy doesn't get that much done there on the attack because he wants to keep an eye on that, but also is very scared in kitchen. But also with Avova playing from this like the spot between the site and orange. A paranoia comes through from Yampi. It just misses, but it's still something that like they were expecting Avova to be in that little corner. I don't think it has a name or a call out yet. But it could be Yampi if he keeps finding those lineups with the paranoias.
Well, apologies for the HUD right now. We'll get that sorted as quickly as possible. G2 have had enough. They've all disappeared.
They got KO.
Yeah, they just got no command.
This is you know, like play-by-play hard mode. This is
I love
what play-by-play dreams of.
We got weapon.
That's why Pansy likes it so
Weapon
much.
underscore image. Trying his best here. But yeah, peering down from above below his hoodie though. He just comes in and sweeps him up. So Team Liquid have got to deal with a deficit. Now, everyone's got ultimates apparently. We don't think that right now. At least it is overtime, so a little easier to keep track of the economy status.
Lovely play from weapon underscore image.
My favorite player, alt underscore image,
Yeah.
of course.
Right here.
49 seconds. As the drawback from G2 now looks towards this A site. Problem is, Ryan, no one's here right now. Team Liquid don't have a single player on this A site. And Mixwell's about to find that out.
They still do have that like toxic scream setup, which is very retake favored. Now the Eldron, just to see if anybody's managed to lurk their way in. They're happy now that G2 have made their presence known. They're not too far away from this action, and they still have utility, the utility that we can see.
Well, Avova has come through with a pick on Navera, so currently G2 stand with the 2 advantage, and that is a big problem here for Liquid, as they try and go all the way around. The big flank. Scream is preoccupied with the fight from mid, and so that weakens the forces even further for Team Liquid. Down in. Team Liquid need the kill back here quickly, and G2 aren't giving them a single opportunity. This is so well played from G2. Good stuff, just Scream left. And he's going to start tapping around the backside. Meadow finally gets caught. Oh wow, Scream so clean, but not enough down here. And G2 are on 14, one more and they've got it. Even while getting ulted by KO, still able to survive.
Match point.
Torrid performance from G2, 0 kills. No, I'm kidding. I mean, that was clinical, right? I mean, like Liquid, they were happy to try and stack over towards B, played and planted for the retake. Just struggled again. This is straightforward stuff, right? Nothing out of this composition for G2 is completely brand new. Feels like it's just carbon copied from the old one, minus Jett plus chamber. Yeah. But that utility on a post plant, the Sage wall, all of that stuff, it's all been so good on both sides, the attack and defense. Now Meadow, again, put into question. Alarm bot is set up, still has 1 nano swarm in hand. That utility ready for an A execute. All of that scaling, all of those angles that he can watch. And Hoodie playing very aggro again.
Hoodie, oh, nearly gets caught. Lucky to get away with his life here. And also Lucky has Meadow to back him up. Meadow with a massacre. 3 kills picked up, and now the lockdown straight away to it. Meadow wants to close this. He is done with Icebox. The Yampi preventing that for the time being. Liquid are crumbling. And the pressure all on the shoulders of Soulcast and his 36 HP. This is looking very good for G2 to try and close out Icebox. Soulcast begins to walk forward into the site. G2 do not want to misstep at all. They do not want to give him the chance in the 1v1 fights. Spike loose in the open. Soulcast realizes that they could be in so many different positions right now, and he has to take a lot of time clearing these out. Eventually we'll go to the Spike.
I have the spike.
Starts to think about which position he wants to put it in, but let me just tell you, this clutch is not easy to win for Soulcast. 36 HP, G2 with laser focus to try and close this round out, and the time is now ticking. He goes to the plant. They will start to realize he must stick it eventually. Mixwell spots him out, shoulder peeks him to draw the info and buy time for his teammate. And Mixwell able to peek out for the headshot. G2 will close, and Heaven is needed to decide this matchup's whereabouts.
No fire.
Both these teams winning on their picks. Some very interesting looks. A more straightforward one, I suppose, for G2 in the end.